Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic Gathering Online League. We are back once again with Eldrazi Ramp, though, as you may have already noticed, a few changes have been made. Notably, we are now splashing blue for Null Drifter in place of Thought-Knot Seer. We're currently going to be testing 3 different versions, one of Thought-Knot Seer, one of Null Drifter, and one of Ancient Stirrings, to see what best fits that slot. This hand looks solid, but we're going to have to drop Karn and a Devourer, which is kind of okay here. We are on the draw for game 1. Let's see what Don Zalug has in store for us. Okay, so this looks like the bounce list. So we'll reveal Devourer, trigger on the stack. So an Eldrazi Temple interests me, right? For the fact that we should be able to ramp our command even further if we want. So we'll do this. Let's go Breeding Pool, Shock. And we will generate red. So we have all 3 of our necessary colors here. I'll play the temple before the lab because that then means we might be able to cast a Devourer on turn 3 for 7 mana. Or a World Breaker, which I think might be even better. We'll play the Eldrazi Temple and pass. I imagine our opponent's going to flash an Ophelia here. No Ophelia, surprisingly. A White Orchid Phantom would likely be the worst case scenario, though since we now have both Devourer and Breaker in hand, I'm not as concerned. There's the Black Source. Imagine that we see a Flicker Wisp. Okay, so they're going to flicker the Breeding Pool. Yep. That makes sense. Well, we will scry draw and make some spawns. Does mean we no longer have a red source, however, which is a little bit annoying. Wooded Foothills and Soin Microspawn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Soin Microspawn allows us to ramp while also we can kick. So I think we go with the Soin Microspawn. You might want to hold the Wooded Foothills actually. So let's go top, draw, resolve. And return, and no. We'll play Ugin's Lab. We will imprint Devourer of Destiny. We will kick the Sowing Microspawn. Noticing Moto having a little bit of lag again. Not too thrilled about that prospect, I'll be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they were to cast a White Orchid Phantom, probably would hit the lab, so we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still. Tempted to grab the Sanctum of Ugin here. Very tempted to do that. Yeah, I think we will, in fact. So I'll grab Sanctum of Ugin. And pass. And pass. Go to combat. We'll take 3 in the air. That is fine. Yep. And you will play Ephem, flickering the Ugin's Lab. Yes. You'll not imprint. Plays a Witch Blessed Meadow. Not bolting, though. I will not trigger the lab. Null Drifter, okay, well there's one of our additions, but actually Null Drifter is interesting here. We might actually want to cast it, the reason being that right now we kind of don't have too much action in hand. So we'll grab... Tempted to grab the Stomping Grounds, actually, and shocking it in so we have access to the Kozilek's Return. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I kind of think that is worthwhile. So we will cast Null Drifter. We'll go Sanctum of Ugin first, then Null Drifter. That way Null Drifter resolves. Let's see what we draw. Well, there's another land, so we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I actually will hold back on the Sanctum of Ugin. And resolve the Null Drifter. So this is nice because now we can block the Flicker Wisp. We also have Annihilator 1, so we'll be able to get a good attack in. We have Karn on board as well. I mean, if they want to trade the Flicker Wisp for the Swinewag spawn, I'm not against that, to be honest. I would be okay with that thought. So, let's see what they want to do. Solitude will hit the Null Drifter. Do you have an EFM on top of it? You do. So we're going to see both of them go down then. Yep. Well, we gain a lot of life. Solitude's one hell of a card, especially when mixed with EFM. The Evoke Elementals in general really do raise the question of, are any of them fair? And we saw Grief is gone, Fury is gone. Is Solitude... Are the Evoke Elementals going to be the next companions, right? Like Loris is gone, Yorion's gone, Jengantha's gone. Is Karuga next? Or is Kahira next? Is Solitude next on the chopping block for the Evoke Elementals? Because I'm starting to think it might be. We will play Cavern of Souls on Eldrazi. So we could do a few things here, but I think because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so not enough for me to go Karn into, let's say, Bridge. Not to mention they have a ton of things to interact with Bridge. So I think we will cast World Breaker. Let's get rid of your Black Source. I don't want you playing an Overlord, friend. If we were to resolve Ugin's Lab, what would we want to grab? We have 4 types in Yard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll still be off by 3 for an Emrakul. Alternatively, we can grab a Sowing Mycospawn. We can grab a Null Drifter. That's another option, of course. Null Drifter might be interesting, just so we can draw. Well, we'll resolve the Ugin's Lab, or the Sanctum of Ugin. We really don't have much in hand right now, so I will resolve this trigger. And I think we could grab another Mycospawn and just keep on kicking their lands. That's another option, to be honest, but I think we will grab the Null Drifter. I want some more action in hand. Pass the turn. Tap the Black Source, and what you doing, friend? An Aven Interrupter. Yeah, so it becomes plotted for next turn. That's fine. I'm okay with this. So we'll end up taking, what, 8 damage down to 5? Not great, but not horrible either. We'll also be able to exile another land. Okay, well. Oh, there's the World Breaker. I was like, where is my World Breaker? We will cast... I'll have to pay 2 for it. That's right. Eh. Because World Breaker can only block 1, then we'll end up taking 5. That's not going to work as well as I'd hope. We can grab Karn. We can grab what, though? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could play Karn. I could grab Haywire Might. I could play Haywire Might, block the Solitude, and then gain 2 life up to 2. So that's the thing we could do. Is that the best thing we could do? I don't know. Like, bridge is not an option. We are short on mana there. Huh. That Aven Interrupter was not expected. It is not welcome either. So yeah, if we go Breaker 2, that leaves us with 3, 4. Early we do nothing. So we can attempt to resolve Karn. Actually, will we have enough for Karn and the Haywire Might? Because we'll have 4, 5, 6, but we need a actual artifact on board as well, no? So I don't think we do. Because we can go 4, Haywire Might, or Talisman, then Haywire Might, yeah, I have nothing. So it might actually be better for us to evoke the Null Drifter here. And try and find a Kozilek's Command or a Kozilek's Return. Okay. Vel. Malevolent Rumble does not do it. Breaker does not do it. These creatures are not enchantments, and once again, we can only block 3 damage. If I had played a land, played Karn... No, I was trying to think if there was a way for me to, like, animate the Talisman and play the Breaker, but I think I'd been short by 1. Oh, no, wait. Oh, we could have. Shoot. So I failed to realize something important with Aven Interrupter. I'm casting it, right? So I can cast with Eldrazi Temple, I'm pretty sure, for 2, play the World Breaker, exile land, and that would have given me 5 mana, which means I would have been able to play the Talisman of Impulse, Animate of Karn, and been able to survive the turn most likely. Damn. Well, let's play to our outs. Malevolent Rumble. There's a temple, that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, let me confirm that I'm correct about that thought, by the way. Can I pay 2 of the Eldrazi Temple? Yeah, I can. Damn. Actually, this works. This works. Hold on. This works. This is fine. We're okay. I almost failed to realize that I make a spawn. Cool. We didn't figure it out too late. Oh, that was a bit frightening there, friends. Surveil land, yep, Shadowy Backstreet, makes sense. So it comes down to their top deck here. If they're able to flicker any of our creatures, then we are dead. Well, we will go to blocks, block, and hello, block, and then before damage, I'll sacrifice and pass. Okay, down to 3, so we're not dead yet. Flagstones, okay. Well, we can play another World Breaker. Let's get rid of that Shadowy Backstreet once again. And our opponent's just going to concede. That was a close one, but we learned some important things there that I didn't initially think about, but now can have in the back of my mind for this matchup, especially with that even an interrupter. So this is, what, Orzhav Midrange, we're calling it. Win for game 1. Let's move to sideboard. Let me think here. A lot of what they're playing are X2s. So we want to keep the Kozilek's return. Question is, do we want Dismember in at all? I'm not sure here, because on one hand, I mean, I guess Null Drifter, what is Null Drifter doing here, right? It's drawing us cards, of course. I feel a lot more comfortable cutting Null Drifters than I did like TKS or Thought-Knot Seer. Stonebrain doesn't come in at all. It really comes down to, does Dismember come in, yes or no? I mean, Dismember kills everything in their deck, and it can get underneath a EFEM. Yes, Null Drifter can block Flicker Wisp. It can block White Orchid Phantom. I think we bring in the Dismembers. And the nice thing is, right now we're running at, what, 13 7-mana value spells? So cutting 2 only brings us down to 11, so we're still at, critical mass, basically. On the draw for game 2, this hand is not keepable. Hello, Dismember. I do love that art. I somehow forgot about this art, the time-shifted one. It might be okay. It's not my favorite keep in the world, but I think we will keep it Drop the Bog, because we really don't want that in our hand right now. Not my favorite keep, like I said. Aether Vial, yes. Forest, pass. If we could find a 7-mana value spell off the top, that would be fantastic. We have, what, an 11 out of 52 chance of that, so, what, roughly a 1 out of 5? Better than a 1 out of 5? Well, we got it. So this allows us to ramp. Now we could be playing into White Orchid Phantom. I do want to note that fact. But we are ramping here. There's a Kozilek's Return in the grave as well. We'll grab the Stomping Grounds. And we'll hold out the ability to respond. 4 card types in Yard is nice. There's a Felia. I have a sneaking suspicion that you are going to cast a Overlord of the Baelmerk next turn. Why do I believe that? I wonder. Yeah, the Overlords are a menace. I like how they're... So, is it just like Wizards' entire thing to always try and like fix, quote-unquote, Cascade? Or in this case, they try to fix, quote-unquote, not impending, but What's the other one? The one you put into exile. Why am I blanking on it? Not Foretold. Jesus. Time Shifted? You know what I'm talking about. The point being is, like, is that their entire shtick? Always trying to innovate or, like, make better, like, broken mechanics? And then going, this one should be fine. And everyone going, it not fine. Alright, we'll play the Eldrazi Temple. Yeah, Impending did not... Impending is just as good, if not better, because now you can flicker it with, like, Felia and stuff. It's nutty. Well, let's pass it back at this point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are close to Emrakul, but we are not there yet. We can hold up this return. And not to mention we have another return in Grave, too. 8th file up to 3. What are you bringing in, friend? Bringing in Recruiter of the Guard. Yes, I imagine you're going to grab a White Orchid Phantom. If you do that and don't play any other lands, I'm going to sweep the board. Yes, that resolves. Targets. In response. Return to hand. Destroy. Yes. Uh-oh. One downside of cutting too many forests, we already have them all. Jesus, that's so unfortunate. Not a fan of that fact. Before we move the to attacks, we're going to clear the board. None of that. Not having any of that, opponent. 4. Well, let's be mana efficient. This is mana neutral. And we'll go with blue, since we're missing blue right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 next turn. So we're still short. Alright. I wonder if they're going to flicker this forest. I'm willing to bet they will. Right now we are kind of falling behind here, but is our opponent really not going to play anything? That's awkward. I don't like that. That scares me. Let's play Karn the Great Creator. You want an Aether Vial now? Otherwise, hold your peace. Yep, that makes sense to me. And you bring in a Aven Interrupter. Yes. Well, Karn will be plotted. Pass. And Felia. So now you can flick. No, I mean, flickering the Aven Interrupter really doesn't do much. So 1, 2, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One soul land off of the Emrakul. Next turn we can play Karn for 2 mana. Leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess at that point we can grab a Ensnaring Bridge, question mark, and try and just slow things down a bit. Well, there's the White Orchid Phantom. That is the equivalent of a sinkhole at this point. A white sinkhole. We'll take that. You can't do anything with the White Orchid Phantoms. I mean, I guess you can flicker it and grow the Felia for what it's worth. But otherwise... the Stomping Ground got so much worse, though. So much worse. Hitting your own Iganjo. It is not a May, it is a Mutt. No, wait. It says destroy up to 1 target. Grabbing a black source. Ah, cute. Cute, cute, cute. I like it. Well, let's attempt to cast Karn. Does Karn resolve? Are you gonna Aven interrupt me again? Recruited guard. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with this. What are you grabbing? Why don't you grab an opponent? I think the witch is 3/3, right? It doesn't tell me. Trawler? Yeah, that's fine. Annoying, but fine. Minus guard. We're gonna slow things down just a wee bit, methinks. Ensnaring Bridge? And we'll play the Stomping Grounds tapped. Well, fact of the matter is that they will be able to attack everything but Thalia here. So Karn will die, that's a guarantee. Thankfully they won't be able to flicker the White Orchid Phantom. What else do you have in hand? The Trawler? Yeah. I am seriously considering bringing in a Torpor Orb for this matchup. Not gonna lie. So Karn down, I'll take 2 down to 11. Yep. 5 cards, then the Trawler. Because I don't think you can risk me casting Emrakul. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to do much with it, but if you pass the turn, we're casting this Emrakul. And at least that way I have something to deal with. Bailmerk? No. Telling you need to put that Trawler on board right now. You grabbed it for a reason. Use it. Opponent's hesitating too much and I don't know why. Thoughtseize. Yeah. That was correct. That was 1000% correct. Now both my returns are in the freaking exile, so we have no way to clear board efficiently. A little bit annoying, not gonna lie. Oh, that's funny. Well, let's take a look here real quick. We have multiple X2s. You know what might just be good here? Good old liquid metal coating. Tell me you have an EFM. Okay, good, you don't. We're gonna grab a liquid metal coating. We're gonna cast a liquid metal coating. We're gonna go to your upkeep. And I'm going to target your white source. That sounds correct. And pass. I mean, if I have a bridge on board, all the mana that I theoretically need, and a liquid metal coating getting rid of all of your lands each turn, so I have a sinkhole every turn, I think I just win. And it looks like my opponent agrees with me. So, solid 2-0 there. I mean, this is one of the big things about Karn in this deck specifically. Karn is a defensive card. Karn, while it is a win condition, as you can see here, in the way of liquid metal coating and just locking your opponent out of the game, I think Karn in this deck versus Tron is very much a lock piece. One of the most common cards I think I grab in most aggressive matchups is Ensnaring Bridge. Once we have Bridge on board, then we have to consider, okay, what else do we grab? Are there any threats we need to get rid of? That's what Stonebrain's for. Otherwise, okay, we don't need anything else. We don't need to clear the board. We don't have a combo to worry about. All right, let's grab liquid metal coating. Let's start chipping away at their lands. And we have a sinkhole per turn. We're going to stay empty-handed. If they, by means, somehow do destroy the Ensnaring Bridge, do we have a Shifting Woodland to now manipulate Ensnaring Bridge, allowing us to attack? Like, I think Bridge is now one of my most commonly grabbed cards from the Wish board with Karn. And it has, time and time again, saved me from losing, but also resulted in me winning. So, really solid card, really solid use of Karn. I get a lot of people asking how to use Karn. this is one of the major ways I'd argue. Lock them up, shut them down, win the game. That said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we are back for match 2 on the play for game 1 against Dirty Haribo. Yeah, this hand's keepable. This hand's actually pretty good. I like it. Only downside, we can't cast the Null Drifter, but we might be able to kick a Micah Spawn on 3, which I always love. I mean, we're going to cast Malevolent Rumble almost regardless, right? There's no... Is there an instance where we don't? I'm trying to think there. If we were to draw into a lab, right? Lab, Talisman, then Rumble. So maybe it's right to play the Temple first just on the off chance. Though, does that actually change anything? No, right? Because we just have Stomping Ground, Lab, Temple. Yeah, that one, it doesn't change anything. So actually we can go Stomping Ground tapped and pass. Yeah. 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 And pass. So we'll just set up with the Rumble and Temple. Yeah, if we find a lab, then we lab Talisman and then Rumble, and then we guarantee the kicked Micah Spawn on 3. So we're playing against Boros Energy, though could be Mardu. Could be Mardu. Utopia Sprawl. Well, I would love to ramp here with that and the Impulse, but that's not happening. So we'll go Temple. We will Rumble. Looking for a Soul Land. Opponent's thinking. They have the mysterious free mana counter. Oh, there is the Temple. We could go with Lab. I'm going to go with the Temple instead, because that way we don't have to tuck the Null Drifter, and we can then cast it the turn after. So we'll just go with the Temple. And we'll hold up the ability to respond. I mean, on the play, a turn 3 kicked Micah Spawn's really good here. In fact, what do we want to grab after? Do we want to grab Sanctum of Ugin? Or we want to grab... Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 6. There's a Johnny. So something to sweep the board would be good. Yep, the cat will hit us. Make another cat. So we'll get rid of the red source next turn. That'll hopefully slow them down enough where they can't then flip the Johnny, and or at least not have a red permanent present. Yep, that's fine. Well, now we do have the option, because we have 5. Right, we have 5, then 6, and then forced will be 7. My opponent just goes every effing time, this effing card. Hey man, we keep good hands for a reason, and Micah Spawn's a good card. So the question now is Sanctum of Ugin, or do we want to grab a Temple? I want to say we grab the Sanctum of Ugin, right? That way we can press the advantage. So we'll go Sanctum of Ugin. So that'll be 6, the Forest will be 7, and then we can cast Null Drifter, crack the Sanctum of Ugin. In fact, we'll be able to play the Forest Utopia Sprawl too, which is nice. There's the Goblin Bombardment. That's a bit upsetting. They'll sack the cat token, ping me, flip a Johnny, and bolt the Micah Spawn. Then attack me for 3. Not thrilled about that, I'll be real. This also means that casting the Null Drifter doesn't do too much, because they'll just end up destroying it. So we have 3 card types in Yard. Like I said, the Utopia Sprawl is mana neutral. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to draw into something. So let's start off with Utopia Sprawl on blue. We have 3 card types in Yard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're too short on Emrakul. Next turn, they'll be able to get rid of Null Drifter and then attack me in for 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then sack 5 for 11 down to 4. Yikes. And that's not including the fact that they're going to get City's Blessing. I think we just die if we allow all of that to happen. So the question is now, what do we do? I can't do much with Karn here. Maybe it was a mistake. So we may have made a mistake, right? I'm thinking that maybe our major out here may have been keeping Stomping Grounds untapped to play the Utopia Sprawl on Stomping Grounds on blue, generate red-blue, and then play the Null Drifter in an attempt to grab the command. Let's still attempt that. We're still going to attempt that. Okay, I want to cast this card. Does Sanctum of Ugin matter? Does triggering it matter right now? I don't think so. I don't think we can. I guess, okay, so we can. Oh, you son of a Moto. I'm gonna murder ya. I understand logically why that happened, right? There's only 2 mana that could... There's only 2 mana that could be spent on Talisman. I wanted to use the green and then tap the Sanctum. Rough. Yeah, we can see. Please do not show me the freaking Kozilek's Return in the top 2. I'll be so upset. Okay. Fine. That was upsetting, though. Fact matters, I don't think I actually would have had the mana required to do everything. I think I messed up starting at the top with not putting the Utopia Sprawl on the Stomping Grounds. That way I could hold up the red. So I think I messed up at the beginning anyways, but still. I'll bring in Dismember here. We'll cut the Null Drifters and run it back. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, so lesson learned there. On the play for game 2. A Soul Land makes this hand so much better. Yeah, we'll keep it. Reveal Devourer. Trigger Soul Land? No Soul Land. Dismember That feels a bit slower. It's going to exile all, I think. Not ideal, but... I think there could be an argument for going down to 6 here. And adding blue. Blue and pass. Yeah, any way to generate more colorless mana would be ideal here. Well, you weren't colorless mana. We'll pass. Yeah, in retrospect, we probably should have mulliganed, I think. It was a speculative keep, and not really a good one at that. So I think it would have been wise for me to mulligan down to 6 at the very least. We'll see if it pays off, but I'm going to say my hubris may have killed me here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking my hubris has done gone killed me. I've been keeping some risky hands with Devourer in them, I'll admit. I will admit. And they're going to race to the bottom. They have no reason not to. Grows the Ocelot Pride. Yep, that makes sense to me. Yeah, no, that's done. We's done. Unfortunate. Alright, well, game 1 was close. Game 2, not so much. We probably should have mulliganed, I will admit. I took a speculative keep, trying to find a soul land. Yes, we had an 8 out of 53 chance, which roughly, if we bump it up to 50, or bump it down to 52, just for easy math, is what? 1 out of 13. So, not great, but not horrible either in the grand scheme of things. Especially seeing 4 deep. I mean, that's pretty good. It's not bad. So, took a risky hand, paid for it. That's variance for you. That said, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we are back for match 3 on the draw for game 1 against Prex. Hand slow, we're gonna mulligan this. Are we gonna take another speculative keep? I mean, we have 9 forests. We're looking 8 deep. Let's go for it. Drop the breaker. Reveal, reveal, and pass. Let's see a forest. Devour number 1. Okay, there's a forest. Devour number 2. Already found our forest, so... yeah, let's go forest. Maybe there... so... I guess the good question is there an argument to go Misty Rainforest for Stomping Grounds or a... whatchamacallit? Or a breeding pool, so that way you could have all access to all 3? Probably could be argued, right? Yeah. Raucous Theater tapped. Is this Hollow One or is this Mardu Energy? I don't know. I'd imagine if it's Mardu Energy, they would have played something turn 1, right? So I want to say that this is probably Rakdos Hollow One, but I feel like they also have a lot of turn 1 plays, so I don't know what we're playing against exactly. Fable? I mean, that feels like... well, what the hell are we playing against? Okay. Well, let's rumble. Sowing Myco spawn. Yeah, we'll grab the spawn. And a return into grave? That sounds lovely. I mean, one land we get a kicked Myco spawn. This could be creativity. That's one thought here. And that's gonna be my guess so far of why they're playing so slow. Jund creativity, yeah, it's starting to line up a bit. So if we do get to kick this Myco spawn, we want to get rid of that theater to take away the potential for persist. I mean, you got the Thoughtseize friend. You have a lot of things to choose from, honestly. That Pajuka Bog's looking really nice right now. But, I mean, they haven't put anything in the graveyard. Karn, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Yeah. Alright, let's see a land. Off the top. Eh? Kind of a land. Not really, though. Damn. So we could go Sowing Myco spawn, not kicked, ramp. Yeah, so let's do that. So no kick on the Myco spawn, unfortunately. What I will do, though, we have red, so let's grab blue. So Breeding Pool. I mean, I guess we could also grab a Cavern of Souls, but I do want a green star so we can rumble again. So Breeding Pool, shocked. And Malevolent Rumble. Another Myco spawn, so I mean, we got it this time at least. So I'll go with the Myco spawn. And pass. Paying cost. Bolting the Myco spawn. Yes, that's fine. That is okay. Do you have a fetch land into a Dwarven Mine into a creativity? No? That's shocking. Absurd, really. 2, 3. So we have it. So we'll put it on there. And we have that on red. We want this on blue. Then we will kick a Myco spawn. We'll get rid of the Raucous Theater. And then pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can grab 7, and then I think we grab a Sanctum of Ugin. Because 7, 6, yes, 13. So they do have the Dwarven Mine. We will grab the Sanctum of Ugin. Now the question is, do they have another land? Do you have a Fatal Push? I think you have a Fatal Push. That's why I floated the black. Revolt, kill Myco spawn. Right? Yeah. As know my stuff. Okay, well the good news is they play an Archon, thankfully, since we did get rid of a land. We'll pitch the Myco spawn. Wait. Hello? Oh, I guess you could still have it. Thankfully they can't do 2. That would be unfortunate. Opponent. You got me all confused right now. You got me all confused. I could kick another Myco spawn. I'm really tempted to, actually. And then hold up a Kozilek's command on top witch? Hell, let's do it. Are you getting greedy, opponent? Is that what's happening here? I feel like that's what's happening. We'll grab an Eldrazi Temple. So now we can interact both with their token as well as their graveyard in case they try and go for persist instead of the I'm blanking out on it. Indomitable Creativity. You got another land? You got another land. You want a creativity this time is the question. You can do it for X1, and I'm going to absolutely mess you up if you do. Okay, fail push, sure. They're getting their retribution on the sowing microspawns, clearly. So, I mean, here's what we can do, right? We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 7, 2. 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 1 will be 10, so we won't have enough. So let's scry draw and exile. An exile 1. This way I can exile the other with the Devour of Destiny. The Karn on top. Yeah, we'll take the Karn. Because they should just have Archon of Cruelty, right? So real tempted to go Karn into Stonebrain. Do I have enough mana? I don't. I do now. Interesting. I mean, I'm fairly certain the only thing in their deck is Archon of Cruelty unless they're playing like a one-of. Otherwise, we can just name Indomitable Creativity and they're forced to pitch something instead. Otherwise, we can just go Devour of Destiny, which I think might be the right move. So, yeah, let's go for... 1, 2, 3, 4. I completely forgot I had Kozilek's returning here. Holy hell. Devour Destiny gets rid of the dwarf. Ugin's Lab will trigger. Well, we're gonna grab an Emrakul. I will not clear the board. Devour will land. So we have 7. And we're going to tuck the Emrakul. In retrospect, I should have played everything, tucked the Emrakul, but I should have tapped the Eldrazi Temple for the Devourer. That would have given me enough to play Karn and then grab a Tormod's Crypt in case of a Persist. So that was a mistake on my end. That was factually a mistake on my end. But we got there anyways. So, Jund, Creativity. Win for game 1. So, Stonebrain. Indomitable Creativity is like the core of the deck. Though it's really not. Game 1, Archon of Cruelty really is, right? That's the core. Unless they've diversified and have like a Terastodon or a something in main, which personally I think they should. Because of Stonebrain's existence. And Surgical Extraction for that matter. Game 2, they diversify, right? They have Terastodon and Archon. And they play Persist. So getting rid of Creativity doesn't do as much. I'm starting to think that Stonebrain is falling more and more out of favor. I'm really thinking of cutting it down to 1 Stonebrain. Because like all the combo decks don't have this like central piece anymore. They always have this secondary game plan now. So I think we might not bring in the Stonebrain. Instead, we are going to cut Null Drifter for Dismembers, just so we have some more interaction. We have like, what, 8 different interaction pieces. On the draw for game 2. Yeah, I really do think I'm going to cut down the Stonebrains. The more I think about it. Like, I'm trying to think of what combo deck I'd want the Stonebrains in. We'll keep. Reveal Devourer and pass. This hand is actually kind of nutty. I like it a lot. Don't Thoughtseize me. Don't do it. Fazely, that's fine. That's fine. You're gonna pitch an Archon or Terastodon? Gonna try and turn to persist? If you do, actually, I can't do anything about it. Thank God you didn't. I would have been dead to rights. Devourer. Talisman of Curiosity, I think, makes sense here. You don't have anything else you can really do, so yeah, Talisman. It actually does let us hold up this Dismember, which is nice. Alright, holding up Dismember now. Still can't do anything about a persist, but thankfully they don't have an ability to do a turn 2 persist anymore. Like, I think the only deck that I really want Stonebrain for, like, the activate it on turn 2 might be Amulet Titan, to be completely honest. Rude. That's rude. Yeah, that's fine. We will grab a... No, a Stomping Grounds. And no reason to hold it up. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about that. They could attempt to Boseija Loop us with a Wren. Utopia Sprawl on the forest. Pay the green. And name blue. I mean, we can get around that in two ways, right? Kozilek's Command or Karn. Let's play Karn. Let's minus for Tormod's Crypt. This way, if they have a Wren in 6, they can't really do much about it. If they have no way to deal with Karn, then we're in a really good position. It's not like they're going to creativity this turn either, so we don't need to hold up the Dismember or the Command. And Karn is a must answer threat, as we see there. They're short on lands. That's really good to know. Yeah, Kozilek's Command. Well, let's hold. Nothing else to really do here. If they don't play anything, we'll just ramp. Bitter Union, you got it. Thankfully, this Tormod's Crypt's gonna... Yeah, they're just gonna pitch the persist. This Tormod's Crypt's gonna hold them down. Bloodstained Mire. Looks like they're going to pass the turns. We'll go to end step. Kozilek's Command. X3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. We're gonna dump the Null Drifter, Top Breaker, Top Mycospawn. They have one green source. Don't care much about the black sources right now, so we're gonna kick a Mycospawn. You have 5 types in the yard, 4 types in the yard. And we're going to get rid of Stomping Grounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we just go for do we go for Sanctum of Ugin here? Or we could go for Temple and just... Yeah, let's go for Sanctum of Ugin. Screw it. Screw it. Go for it. We have enough mana to cast both Command and Dismember in succession. Not to mention, since they're off lands right now, there's no way that they can cast an Indomitable Creativity. Tormod's Crypt's locked out Persist in its entirety. So we are sitting pretty right now. Here's a Blood Crypt, shocking, for Fable. Half tempted to get rid of the Fable. Vel, let's cast World Breaker. Get rid of the commercial district. We'll activate the Sanctum of Ugin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sowing Mycospawn. Even if they were to attack the Goblin Shaman, it still wouldn't be enough. Yeah, so this is fine. Probably should have attacked. In retrospect. Should have attacked the Sowing Mycospawn, held back the World Breaker, and would have been fine. I need to be a bit more aggressive at times like this where I clearly have the advantage and just threaten their life total. Faithless Looting, yep. That's a-okay, friendo. Dumping your Persist, because you ain't playing those anytime soon. Arid Mesa, yep. Rude. Yeah, that's fine. Opponent sees the hand, just goes, nah, we're good. Go next. Alright. Clean win there against Indomitable Creativity, and on to game 4. Or match 4, rather. Alright, we are back for match 4 on play for game 1 against Popeville. I think that's how you say it. Speculative keep. Yeah, it's a speculative keep, and oh, I actually hate this now. Look at it more closely. Damn. So unfortunate about Misty Rainforest instead of a forest because we can't. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. I can't reveal Devourer here, so we're gonna mulligan. I was thinking speculative keep, and now I say no to that. Yes, this actually looks really good. I like this hand a lot. So I will keep this. I want to go Rumbling on turn 2 and kick a Mycospawn on 3 so we drop Karn. Reveal Devourer. And we find a... I think Kozilek's command's correct here. Yeah. Once again, the versatility of command cannot go understated. So Devourer and pass. And pass. That's suspicious. This feels like it's either a slow hand for Boros Energy or this is Ruby Storm. Methinks I'm going to play the Temple and hold up Command X2 for Ral. Either ways, we get a Mycospawn kicked on turn 3, but I am actually very worried that this might be Ruby Storm. And I want to play around that suspicion. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But Moto's chugging again, taking 30 plus seconds on just playing a land. That's not promising with the super qualifier being this weekend. Trying to even ask my opponent if MTGO is lagging for them too. Let me check the Discord. There might be people complaining about it there. Let's see. Because I'm still connected to the internet. I'm hardwired, in fact. That's bad. Holy hell. And we'll run it back to you, opponent. Let's see though I'm right about Ruby Storm. Okay, I'm seeing people are reporting the lag too. Okay, on and off, but not like before, about 2-3 times per match. Doesn't bode well for the super qualifier this weekend. Alright, well that's unfortunate if the lag is back. Looks like people in MTGOs are on the Discord server reporting it, and my opponent as well, for that matter. Okay, well, our opponent's just passing. This feels less and less like... whatchamacallit? Feels less and less. Yeah, I was going to play last weekend, probably going to skip it at this point. That sucks if that's the case. I'm actually really excited for Super Qualifier. It's going to be unfortunate if it gets delayed again. Would have been a really good place to test. Kozilek's command. Karn and Null Drifter. Karn's really good here. Null Drifter. This point bottom, Karn top. So, play the temple, and we are going to cast Karn. I think this is Ruby Storm. There's no way in hell that this is anything else, right? Like, it just doesn't seem possible that Boros Energy has played nothing for 2 turns. So we're going to be preemptive and cast a Soulless Jailer. This way, their impulse draws are dead. They'll only have what's in their hand. And if it's not and it is energy, I guess we have a blocker. I'll just be really confused. No shot. Is this actually energy? What is this slow hand they have? Wild. What's happening? What's happening right now? I'm so confused. I am so confused right now. Like, the Galvanic Discharge would suggest that this is energy, right? Right? We'll go for a forest. We could go shifting woodland. Yeah, let's go for that. Do you have another Galvanic Discharge? Oh, I can't change phases. And I took a gamble. What is this? Okay. Yeah, sure, yeah. Galvanic Discharge? Is this Jeskai Control? Is that what this is? That's my only thought here. Maybe this is Jeskai Control. Kick your planes. You have another reprieve. I think at this point you might grab a Sanctum of Ugin. Malevolent Rumble? Let's grab the Null Drifter. And we will pass. I guess I should have played the Utopia Sprawl first. It is mana neutral, so that was a misplay on my part. I will say I actually really do like the Null Drifters. I wasn't thinking I was going to, but I'm starting to like them more and more. Okay, so this Mountain Forest Plains. What am I playing? Okay, there's the Flage. What do you hit? Okay, that's fine. Utopia Sprawl and Forest. For blue. If I cast the Null Drifter in full, right, I won't have enough for the Sowing Mycospawn. So, yeah, no, this is fine, because we haven't played a land yet. This is fine. Null Drifter. I should have probably sequenced that differently. I should have went Sanctum of Ugin Null Drifter. And then grab the Sowing Mycospawn. Evoke trigger. Let Foothills crack. Grab the... At this point, I think we can just grab a forest. Kick the Mycospawn. And then Bajuka Bog. Yeah, the Bajuka Bog has been really good. Jetmir's Garden. And Bajuka Bog. You got all the answers, friend. How many lands have I exiled at this point? The nice thing is, too, I can Shifting Woodlands, Null Drifter, and Annihilate one next turn, too. 4-color control? Jeskai Control? Naya Control. I don't know. I don't know what I'm playing against. I'm very confused. Really felt control-ish. And again, this is where, like, we could bring in the Stone Brain, but we have no idea what they're playing. I really do think I'm going to take out 2 Stone Brains. Someone brought it up yesterday about Menguchi going on a rant about Stone Brain and why it's bad, why Stone Brain effects are bad. And I was like, well, I understand Menguchi's point and where they're coming from, because they are arguably worse right now than ever. Like in Pioneer, when I was playing Mono Green Devotion of Karn, fantastic. So many just like easy to hit things, just killed decks. But in Modern, every combo deck has a backup plan. Brood Scale combo has Urza Saga tokens and also Glaring Fleshraker. Grinding Station has Urza Saga tokens. Belcher kind of has a plan. They can just beat you in the face of one twos and two twos. So like not really a plan, but Harbinger exists, right? I don't think what other like combo. Indomitable Creativity has Persist and Indomitable Creativity. In game 2 they have Terrastodon and Archon of Cruelty. Yeah, so there's so many like secondary or backup plans for these combo decks that like Stonebrain just doesn't feel as good. I still don't know what I want to bring in here. Maybe just run it back as is? I guess. I'll bring in 2 Stonebrain for now. The question is, what do I replace Stonebrain with? I guess I could go like Sundering Titan Wormcoil. On the draw for game 2. Yeah, we'll keep this. Sand looks fantastic. Reveal 2 Devourers. And pass. Lush Portico. Triggers. Trigger 1. Yeah, we want Mr. Rainforest. Number 2. We go for the Talisman instead. Or we could go with Karn. We could grab back the Talisman. That's an option. That's an option. Why do you grab Karn though? What am I thinking here in this matchup? I mean, we could turn to Karn and start Liquid Metal Coating if it survives, but they play Galvanic Discharge, so it doesn't feel as good. Tormod Script, because I bet you they're playing Flage. Maybe just grab the Mr. Rainforest. Maybe that's the safer play. Yeah, we'll grab the Mr. Rainforest. Because this lets me go turn 2 Stonebrain, right? And I can at least, like, they're playing red, they're playing white, they seem like control. What are the chances that they're playing Flage? I would say pretty high, right? Like, I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to think. Down to 17. Renin 6. Is this Indomitable Creativity? No. Red, white. Do we see black? Naya colors. Could it be Omnath? That might make sense. That might just make sense. I mean, we can find out really easily, right? We get Stonebrain Omnath. Otherwise, we can just play the Temple and then command and get rid of Renin 6 next turn, which I think might be the better play. So let's do that. Let's do that. I want to say this might be... No, we haven't seen blue, though. Yeah, that's fine. Already have one in your hand. Fetch for blue? So maybe we just didn't see enough... No. Still Naya. Charmal? Charmal. Okay. Maybe we should have seen that one coming. Might have wanted to, we may have been able to see that one coming. Well, we'll know for next time. Utopia Sprawl, no. Devourer, yes. Charmal. Huh. Well, Mr. Rainforest. Crack. For Breeding Pool. Shock. Null Drifter. Talisman, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 7 next turn, so I think we just pass. I imagine they'll ping one of these spawns is the only thing. That'd be the smart play. Yep, that was the smart play. I guess we should hold up the ability to respond in case of a Galvanic Discharge on the other one, I suppose. That'd be wise of us. Down to 13. Plays a mountain. We still have another fetch in hand, I'm pretty sure. There's Flage. Your targets are... We'll sack the spawn, so the trigger fizzles. No legal targets. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm playing against. 3, so we will want to go Lab. Imprint. Talisman. Brain target you, name Obsidian Charma. You know it exists, so... Obsidian Charma. You could also name Flage. Maybe naming Flage is smarter here. Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury. If we get hit by Charma, we get hit by Charma. So, like, Naya Control with Torch of Defiance? Wait, there's a Karn in here too? What am I looking at? What is this? I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be Naya Control. Fascinating. Okay, yeah, I mean, it works. It works. We'll pass. So, Naya Control. Pass to opponent. Faithless Looting. Pitching what? Probably lands. They can grab back a Pharren. Windswept Teeth and Elegant Parlor. Attack for 4, down to 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll get to the Vow. What did you just do? Oh, Ren just pinged me. Oh, hey, that's an Ulamog. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're short 1. So we will go Devourer of Destiny. And we will get rid of the Obsidian Charma. Do you have a reprieve? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? If you have a reprieve, that's fine. Wandering Emperor could be in hand. We did see that. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, we're short 2, so we draw into a 7-drop, then we can cast an Emrakul, and I think we just win. What this? Solitude? Yeah, that's fine. I'll gain some life. Screw it. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, worst comes to worst, we play Devourer next turn and get rid of the Solitude. Hell yeah. That's fine by me. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, I mean... I think I play Emrakul. Hello. How you doing? All right, so we got Solitude. We'll draw. Jetmir's Garden, Solitude, Discharge. We got so many good options here. So we can run in 6, ping yourself. So you'll go down to 12. And kill run in 6 with Galvanic Discharge. Yep. We can Solitude the Solitude. And Galvanic Discharge with Solitude. I think that probably makes more sense. So white. Need to hold up a red source. Target Solitude. Guess you'll gain some life. No, you won't. Right, because we're going to... Oh, I messed up there. Meant to Galvanic Discharge. We messed up on the triggers. Oh, we'll Mountain. And Discharge for 3. Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Down to 14. And we'll grab a... Oh, you don't have anything else? I guess Temple Garden Shock. Yeah. Temple Garden Shock. Shock you down to 12. So I have lethal on board. And that's good. Okay, yeah, we just messed up on the trigger. We should have cast a Galvanic Discharge. Cycle the Jetmir Garden. Brings back Jetmir's Garden. I think they meant to cycle it, not play it. I'm gonna wager a bet. Maybe not. Maybe they found something. No, they found a Faithless Looting. Did you find a Solitude? Because you kind of need a Solitude. They don't got it. Okay, cool. Clean 2-0 win against Naya Control. A little bit of misplay there, but we made it through. That said, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, we are back for match 5 on the draw for game 1 versus Trigidigon? Maybe. Yeah, the turn 2 Rumble. We have the Cavernous Souls. We have a Talisman for a second. Colorless Source. We have a Kozilek's command, a return. I mean, it's not bad. It's very reactive. We're not doing a lot, right? I'll keep it and see how this develops. I'm curious. Sacred Foundry, Shock. Boros Energy, so like this hand was specifically good for Boros Energy, so it works out. Let's go Windswept Teeth and pass. And we'll pause on end step. Guided Souls, attacks. Yes. Down to 19. Crack the Arid Mesa. For Plains. A Johnny. Okay, so a 7 mana value spell right now would be fantastic. We will fetch with the Windswept Teeth. We'll grab a Stomping Grounds. Maybe. Yeah, Stomping Grounds tapped. Well, that's not what we're looking for. Play Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. This might mean they might flip the Johnny, which kind of sucks. Talisman of Impulse. And pass. And pass. I mean, if they don't, we'll sweep the board. I'm just hoping they don't either have a second Johnny or a Goblin Bombardment. Ooh, Meticulous Archive. This is Jeskai Energy. I have not seen Jeskai Energy in a hot minute. They're attacking first, makes sense. Question remains, do you have Discharge? Do you have a Johnny? Do you have Bombardment? Not showing anything, which is equally concerning to the opposite. Well, let's cast Malevolent Rumble. I want a 7-mana value spell here. We did not get what I asked for. Rude. I will grab the Sowing Mycospawn. And I will play the Breeding Pool Shocked. I will pass to my opponent. Do you try and flip a Johnny on end step? Nope, you try and bolt my Sowing Mycospawn. That's weird. That was a weird choice. Alright. Well, that worked out in our favor, I'll tell you what. Lancelot Pride, Scalding Tarn, and pass. Perfect timing, Devourer. Because now we can tuck the Devourer, kick the Mycospawn. Let's get rid of... They have 2 white sources, but only 1 red. They do have 1 blue source. That could be for Mockingbird. Not too worried about that right now, so I'll get rid of the Sacred Foundry. Now the question is, do we grab a temple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need an untapped land to cast a Devourer. We'll grab the temple. And pass. We have the Bog in hand in case they do play a Flage. Scouting Tarn Crack, finding a Elegant Parlor. Yep. Surveil Trigger does resolve. Worst thing we could probably see is a Flage into Yard. That would require them having another red source in hand. But that would be the worst case scenario for us. They keep it on top. Okay. Ranger Captain of Eos. Yes. What you grabbing there, friend? Mockingbird? Mockingbird. Yes, I was right. Floodstrand. I guess you can Mockingbird and Ocelot Pride. That's a thing you could do. But you won't. Malevolent Rumble, you say? Yes, we will Malevolent Rumble. Green. Do we care more for green-blue or... green-red? I'm going to say green-blue here. So yes, we'll go green-blue. We'll make sure we can have green-blue. But I guess we also have Cavernous Soul, so it kind of doesn't matter. Well, I guess in that case, right? We can always use Cavernous Souls to evoke the Null Drifter. So yes, we will hold up the red in case we find a Kozilek's Return. Not sure that would happen. Well, there's the Null Drifter. We can clear board. Actually, twice over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have the World Breaker on top of which. I mean, we could go Null Drifter, but I think we go World Breaker. We'll grab the World Breaker. They won't have the ability to respond. So... Actually, just on the off chance they can counter this. We'll get rid of, I guess, another red source. Don't really want you playing Flage if I can help it. Alright, friend. We're gonna clear board. Mega Spawn will go, but big whoop. No. And resolve. This means you can't find a way to get a Flage escaped, so Spog only becomes better. I think what I'd love right now is a Shifting Woodland. Shifting Woodland would be amazing right now. What's a Winch Enchant turn to graveyard? Yep, that's fine. Another World Breaker. Don't mind if I do. So we'll go red, green. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hear you like red sources, opponent. Guess what? I don't like you having red sources. Opponent concedes. Yeah, that is reasonable. Multiple land destructions in a row. Kind of hard to come back from. Sideboard wise, bring in the Dismembers, cut the Null Drifters. Yeah, I'm actually really liking the Null Drifters more than I was expecting I would. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit different in regards to trying to think about mana and how to produce it. But the Null Drifters feel really good. Like, it's a really good utility creature. Really good target for a Shifting Woodland with that Annihilator one on top of which. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Alright. Man, imagine they're bringing in stuff like Consign Memory, of course. Maybe Charmaws? The mana base might be able to support it. On the draw for game 2, this hand is... no, it's not good. It is very not good. It's a... I mean, like, it's a turn 3 Kozilek's Command, X1. Yeah. Our turn 4. Our turn 3, X2. We'll mulligan this. I like this. I mean, this is a turn 2 Rumble. I think we get rid of Karn here. Yes. We'll get rid of Karn here. Done. We get to hold up the Dismember. And pass. All you, opponent. Elegant Parlor tapped. Seville Trigger resolves. Galvanic Discharge into the bin. And my turn. We put a Karn down to bottom, we found a Karn on top. I'll take it. Imprint the Emrakul and hold up the Dismember. What do we cast the Dismember? What will result in us casting the Dismember? A Johnny, Guide of Souls. I think that's about it, honestly. White Orchid Phantom. Well, that's just rude. So no Obsidian Charmaw, but instead White Orchid Phantom. Yeah. We will return Emrakul to hand. Rude. And pass. The funny thing is, too, we have 2 of our 3 forests in hand. So we need to be mindful of that fact. Otherwise, we're going to start getting sinkholed. Windswept Teeth. Not a dead card, but I'm going to hold it for now. Malevolent Rumble. Showing Mycospawn, you say? Yeah, I think Mycospawn's better than the lab here. So we'll grab the Mycospawn. And pass. 4 card types in yard. That is important. You do get to hold up this Dismember again. Onslaught Pride is fine. That means they don't have a Guide of Souls. We'll take the 2 in the air. That is A-okay by me. A temple, you say? I'm tempted to sandbag the Mycospawn for 1 turn. I think I will. We'll pass. And just hold up this Dismember. I think playing the Eldrazi Temple might result in them casting another White Orchid Phantom, which is my main concern. I do think they might also have a Consign the Memory in hand. That's another thing I'm a wee bit concerned about. Flag. Oh, okay. Captain Eos, that's fine. What do you grab? Ragvan the Monkey Man. So we'll want a blocker for Ragvan. End step. I do think... excuse me. That they're going to sack Ranger Captive Eos on our turn. So we're going to just hedge our bets here and dismember the Ranger Captain and pass. Eldrazi Temple. Utopia Sprawl is mana neutral, as long as we tap correctly. We will grab, what's more important right now, blue or red? I'm going to say red. We are going to kick the Mycospawn. We're going to get rid of their red source. That way they can't cast the Ragavan. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's grab the Temple. It's better to grab the Temple or to grab the Lab. They already know about the Emrakul, right? Doesn't really matter either ways, right? Yeah, we'll grab the Temple. Get rid of the Parlor, so no Ragvan the Monkey Man. And pass. There's the Witch Blessed Meadow. Tapped. I want you to tap, I was about to say, tap that Hallowed Fountain. But not for a White Orchid Phantom. That'd be bad. Don't do that, though. Mockingbird. Oh, as White Orchid Phantom? Rude. Yeah, you got it. It is specifically non-basic land. Search a life for a basic land card. Not a card of a basic land type like Boseiju. Because, you know, Wizards had to be mean about it. So no. Rude. That's what that is. Rude. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I was about to say, don't attack the Onslaught Pride. That's a mistake. Attack the White Orchid Phantom. That makes sense. So they did play the Mockingbird. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Vel. Windswept Teeth. Karn, the Great Creator. We are off by a bit, though, and I realize now I should play the Stomping Ground tapped. Whoopsie. Ensnaring Brit. bridge. Yeah, we're going to play defensively here. Grab the bridge, pass. It might be fine, so... I mean, they have to address Karn. Karn cannot go uncontested. That is a matter of fact. So I imagine both White Orchids get sent there. If not, like, a White Orchid and both of the cats. Going all at me. Well, that's mildly concerning. We'll block the Ocelot Pride. Down to 4. Well... Attempt to resolve... Ensnaring Bridge? Bridge resolves. Now, only problem is that we're going to be stuck with 2 cards in hand, right? I mean, there's 4 in the air. We could have EE'd for 2. Maybe a bit of a misplay here. Yeah, we could have done that more efficiently, is the problem. Dang. Yeah, I missequenced there. I mistapped my mana. Should have held up the Utopia Sprawl, because we could have EE'd for 2, I think. And now I'm not sure. And I guess I could grab Haywire Might. Yeah, let's grab the Haywire Might. Though, we'll be down to 2. Yeah, so might looks correct here. Okay, we'll grab Might. Play the Might. Tapped. Pass. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so we do have the Emrakul next turn, for what it's worth. Do combat. In response to declaring attackers, we will get rid of our Utopia Sprawl. And again, go down to 2. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The thing is, like, 1 red source kills me, right? Kozilek's Command, you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll tick up with Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll crack the Windswept Teeth. Oh no! That's right, we only have 3 forests. Shoot. Shoot. We done messed up. We messed up. Hold up the stomping ground and pray. Bottom, top, top. To combat? at 1. I mean, a bolt. Anything will kill me. Sneezing on me will kill me. Go to combat. Oh no, there's the red source. You have the flage? You shocked it. You have the flage, don't you? You do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we made a few minor errors there. Yeah. We could have mitigated a lot of damage for it to be exact. We would have still been alive. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Still getting used to certain things with the deck and paying attention to certain things, and no excuse. At the end of the day, we made mistakes, and I will learn from them and be a bit more attentive to my mana sources and how I can utilize them. Because I think that was a winnable board state. Yeah. Because they hit me for 3, let's say. I would have been at, let's say, 5, 6, down to 3. Karn could have then Tormod's Crypt, gotten rid of their graveyard. We could have been in a much better position. In fact, I also think I should have Haywired Might. If we did consider the Haywire Might, we should have Haywire Might and hit the bridge. But yeah. On the play for game 3. Let's attempt to redeem ourselves. This hand does not look good. This hand is... I'll grab or pitch the Foothills. It's not bad, it's not great, it's One Sub Teeth. Pass. Push the end step. And shock from our opponent. Plays an Ocelot Pride. Yes. I'm going to fetch for a Breeding Pool tapped. Malevolent Rumble. Sowing Myco Spawn. And pass. I do regret not playing the Ugin's Lab in the Breaker. I'll take the hit. Yeah, because we went Ugin's Lab, Breaker, played Talisman, Rumble. You would have had a kicked Myco Spawn this turn. Right? Yeah. Or not this turn, but this following turn. EE on 1 sounds good here. Well, I can still do Lab, Imprint Breaker, Talisman, Myco Spawn not kicked. And we will grab a Temple. Though, is there an argument for grabbing Shifting Woodland? Could be an argument for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Maybe short. World Breaker next turn is the only problem. So maybe we do go Woodland. And pass. You got an Ajani. Flooded Strand. You could have a Flage. Guide of Souls. Trigger. Yeah, kind of looking like a Karn X1's looking better and better right now. Just clear out these X ones, or these 1 mana value spells. Bombardment. Ugh, not as impressive now, though. Yep. Riding Guided Souls trigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Yes, so we can go Ugin Lab. No imprint. Cast Karn. Minus Karn. Yes. Engineered Explosives. X1. Pass. Let's see what you got. Arena of Glory. Not thrilled about seeing that. And I imagine this 3 damage from Goblin Bombardment is going to be sent at Karn. Either that or I guess that's sowing Myco Spawn. Two. What? In the what? What are you playing? Oh, a hasted Myco Spawn. Enter as a copy of any creature. Oh, that's funny. And it's going to be coming in as X equals 3, except it's a bird equal to the amount of mana spent on Malignant Bird. So it's going to be a hasted sowing Myco Spawn that can fly. And since it's a copy, it has mana values. So yes, we'll EE now. And pass. So do we take 3 or Karn take 3? Kind of same difference, right? And the flying Eldrazi bird will attack me for 3. I don't know if hasting it was the right move, but I kind of understand why. One, two, three, 4, 5. All right. Vel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need another land. Let's do this. Talisman of Curiosity. We need we need 4 mana plus. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can go another Talisman. All right, and pass. Let's see if they notice our friend in the grave. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 2. White Orchid Phantom targeting what? Rude. Yeah. That's fine. Not thrilled about it, but it's fine. I wanted that World Breaker. Grab a Forest. Attack. Do it. Oh. They know. Oh, that's fine. Of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get rid of Goblin Bombardment. Thinking whether or not they want to ping me, I suppose. They do not. Or at least they choose not to right now. No attacks, since it's just going to be a trade. And pass. Elegant Parlor. Hopefully don't find a Flage. I should shut my mouth, though, because it's going to be a Flage now. It's not, though, so works out. And the longer this goes, the better off we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're short on bringing the breaker back. Yeah. Rumble. We need 2 green held up. Well, I'll take the Bajuka Bog, and if we see that return in the yard as well, that is fantastic. Any reason the Bajuka Bog right now? They could play Flage, but then they wouldn't be able to escape Flage on the same turn. The only way that would work is if they have a fetch, 5, Elegant Parlor, Flage on top, and then they would be able to. Alright, we'll just hold the bog. They know about it now, though. Now, we could apply pressure with Breaker. Honestly, we actually might want to apply pressure with the Sowing Mycospawn. Yeah, let's apply pressure with the Sowing Mycospawn. It's going to die next turn. Okay. We have the Shifting Woodland up still, where we can copy the Breaker. End step. World Breaker. Sacrifice the Ugin's Lab? That seems right. Do you have a Thraben Charm? Rude as hell. We'll activate Breaker again. One, two, three. Yeah. So we need a land. I want that Breaker back. That was very rude of you, opponent, I have to say. Not thrilled by that play. We'll grab a Stomping Ground and Shock. We will get rid of an Arena of Glory or a Hallowed Fountain. Arena of Glory lets them haste in things like Flage, which would be bad. Hallowed Fountain lets them make Mockingbirds or Consign to Memory. Fountain. Attack with the Sowing Mycospawn. And pass. Utopia Sprawls, net neutral. We will grab blue, red. We have plenty. We have 2 blue, or 3 blue, 2 red. So I guess we'll go red. Do we bog now? No, no reason to bog. We'll attack the Sowing Mycospawn again, though. I'm gonna have to block eventually. Want this? What you doing? Oh, the solitude. Solitude? That's unexpected. Huh. So more like Boros Midrange instead of energy. Fascinating. Okay, they could get Flage in the yard. Now I think I will Bajuga Bog. Devour of Destiny. Do like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will get rid of that Solitude. Go to combat. Attack for another 3. And like, my top decks are haymakers, yours not so much. Bajuka Bog, trigger, target you. This way, if you high roll into a Flage, you cannot cast it easily, or at least not escape it. Because they're going to do Surveil Land, of course. Probably the white-blue one? Red-blue one. Close enough. Pass. I mean, next time we can attack for lethal, and they're going to have to block. Then hold back our reach blocker. Oh, we'll go to combat. What you gonna block with, friend? Will you trade the Soin Megaspawn or block of cats first? At least one cat. No reason to really play this temple right now, so I'll pass. And pass. If you attack with all 3, they're going to be forced to block 2. Oh, what you got? Guide of Souls. And Ragvan. Well, that's rude. Oh. Well, we'll play the temple. If I attack with 2, they're forced to block 1, right? Hold back the breaker, because we're going to need reach in case they float the Ragvan. Down to 4. Land. Well, that's just GG's. So we'll attack with all. And if they let even 1 through, they lose. Okay. Karn the Great Creator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus Karn. Hell, if you even use that fetch land, you lose. Walking Ballista. No fetch land for you. Yeah, I couldn't foresee like anything actually resulting in them winning here. I mean, even a Flage I don't think really gets them where they need. Maybe Karn on Tormod script would have been better, though, in retrospect. That way they can't... Let's see, they play Flage? I guess they could have played and hasted it. That was actually a real possibility. Karn may have been... Minus Karn for Tormod script may have been correct in retrospect. But overall, good win there. A few misplays here and there that definitely could have cost me. Thankfully, some did not. Some did. Lessons learned. Overall, felt pretty good with the Null Drifter. Surprisingly better than I was expecting. I might like Teamer Karn Eldrazi ramp instead of Gruul Karn Eldrazi ramp. But the numbers will determine who we go with. Right now we're just collecting data on Teamer Karn Eldrazi ramp over the Gruul version with Thought-Knot Seer. And then next week I'll also do some testing with Ancient Stirrings. So that way we can kind of solidify our mana base, solidify our cards, our like the main flex slots at this point. So those three slots with the way of Thought-Knot Seer, Null Drifter, or Ancient Stirrings. And then finally, I think just those 2 sideboard slots. I do think that I might rip out 2 Stone Brains. I'm not sure they're doing as much as I want. I'll have to look at the data and see if Stone Brain actually is doing anything when it is in the opening hand. We'll figure it out. That said, if you did make it this point, thank you. I appreciate you, and hopefully you can show that you appreciate me too by hitting that like button. It really does help out a lot. And if you haven't already, comment down below if you saw any misplays I didn't mention, any lines I could have taken, or just some general feedback. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope to learn from you all as well. And finally, if you made it to this point in the video and aren't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our 500 subscriber goal, at which point we'll be able to monetize this channel and start saving up for a streaming PC, so that way I can stream live on Twitch for your viewing pleasure. But that being said, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!